For this video, I'm gonna make an image go from this to this. What's up YouTube, and welcome back to my first tutorial of the year and probably my last one. That was a joke actually. So yeah, today I'm gonna teach you guys how you can make your photos 3D. I'm a huge fan of doing this. I post it on Instagram all the time. It's just something about, you know, watching an image move in 3D. It just looks, you know, mind-blowing to me at least. So yeah, I'm gonna teach you guys how I make those. It's actually pretty easy, even though it looks pretty, you know, advanced. But yeah, let's dive in. For this tutorial, I'm gonna use a photo of myself, a nice background, some money, some military patches, a snow layer, and some grain. You can find all of these files in the link in the description, so go ahead and download those if you want to follow the tutorial as I do it. Okay, so I'm gonna make a new composition. We're gonna call this a 3D photo. I mean, you can call this whatever you want, but yeah. I'm gonna make this 1842 by 2304, and that's the resolution for Instagram videos. You can make this whatever resolution you want, but yeah, I'm gonna make this an Instagram resolution for now because this is gonna be an Instagram video. Make the duration 5 seconds and hit OK, just like that. I'm gonna drag down my photo into the composition and reframe it a little bit, like that. The first thing I need to do is to separate myself from the background, and there's a lot of ways to do that. You can use the pen tool and draw a mask, but that takes a lot of time, so I'm actually going to use the rotor brush tool. So select that and double click on the layer. And what I'm going to do now is that I'm basically just going to start selecting parts of the image that I want to, you know, keep. So I'm going to drag down on my face. And as you can see, the rotor brush tool actually finds the edges super fast, super easy. And that's, you know, because I'm wearing black and the sky is all white. So this is, you know, very nice. Oh, it snapped onto the tree there. And to deselect, you can actually hold down the Option button on your keyboard and just deselect. And now it's back on track. So there you go. Make sure to select the money as well. And the top of my gun here. Nice. I mean, this works. This is, you know, a decent mask. And if you go back to the composition, you can see the mask it's good, but it's a little rough, especially around the hair. It doesn't look that good. So to fix that, I'm actually going to use the most powerful tool in After Effects, and that's the Refine Soft Matte. I'm going to drop that onto the image and just watch the hair. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Isn't that insane? Like, just watch the edges. Before, after, before, after. Yeah, that's actually insane. So yeah, that took us like 2 minutes. So I'm actually gonna export this as a PNG file. So go up to composition and click the save frame as file and make it a PNG. Okay, because we're making a PNG because we want the transparent background. We only want me. So we're going to save this as just Andreas hem. Yeah, because it's just me, and hit render. So now we have a transparent photo of me. I'm going to take that file and drag it back into After Effects and actually delete the file that we have been working on and just drag down the new photo. Yeah. And before I start adding stuff, I actually want to, you know, clean up the image a little bit and fix, you know, this mess. So I'm just going to use the pen tool and just draw a mask. There. Oh, hit M and just subtract to fix that. For Instagram posts, you don't really have to be this, you know, detailed. Instagram compresses your videos so much that people won't even, you know, see it. But I like adding details. And yeah, you don't want your mom to say, wow, that was a cool 3D photo, but you forgot to add a mask around the weapon. So you suck, son. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not very, you know, detailed. I'm just making a decent mask around it. I'm gonna select all of the masks and make them subtract. Hit F and just type in 2 to make them feather, you know, the strength of 2 pixels, just like that. And we are actually ready to add stuff. The first thing I'm gonna add is a new camera. So go to Layer, New, and Camera. make sure that it is a 50mm and hit OK. Now to make my layer 3D, I'm gonna hit this box, and it basically makes it 3D. As you guys can see, if I rotate it, it's 3-dimensional, sort of. It's 2.5D, kinda. Yeah. So I'm gonna add my background underneath my photo and just scale it up like that. So I'm gonna make that 3D as well by hitting this box like that. And if I select the camera layer and hit P, I can start to rotate the camera. And as you guys can see, this looks very weird because we don't have the parallax effect. And that's because my image and the background photo is, you know, at the same place. So we're gonna have to move the background further in the back. So to do that, we're gonna hit P, select the layer and hit P, and just start dragging it backwards. And I mean, for this, you know, something like 2000 should probably do it. Scale it up, just so it, you know, fills the edges, like that. And now, if I start to, you know, mess with my camera, you can see that we have parallax, which is, you know, super cool. I'm actually gonna scale it up a little bit more. Something like that. And what I really like about this background is that it matches the original background. The sky was white in my photo, and it's also white here, and there's a lot of snow. So the lighting on me makes a lot of sense, at least compared to the background. So it's gonna make everything look more real. I'm gonna add the money. Just drag it in on top. Over the bag, just scale it up a tiny bit. Hit R to bring up the rotation. Just rotate. And just try to match the scale of the dollar bills in the bag, basically. Something like this should work. So I don't really like the big one here, so I'm gonna have to remove a few, you know, dollar bills that I don't like. So I'm just gonna bring up the pen tool and just start, you know, masking. I'm actually gonna take this one with me, just like that. Hit M and subtract. I don't really like these two either because it cuts there. Makes it look, you know, cheap. So I'm gonna remove that. And I'm also gonna remove this last one here because that also cuts. We don't want that. So subtract. So now we basically have the money. I'm gonna make them 3D like that. And I'm gonna hit P and just start to move them a little bit forward like that. Nice. So I'm gonna duplicate that and drag it over to the other side. And just rotate it a tiny bit. So the key to making this look good is to make it look random. And you know, you don't want a similar pattern. You want to try to randomize it. At least that's what I found. So something like this should work. I'm gonna duplicate that and hit P and drag it all the way to the front. Like that. R to rotate, and just find, you know, a nice position. Something like this, I guess. I'm gonna duplicate it again and just drag it over to the other side. And I'm actually gonna hit P and drag it even closer, just like that. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna add some money in the back as well. So just take any layer and just duplicate it and drag it back. Just like this. Scale it down a little bit. Rotate. Just try to make it look, you know, look nice. And duplicate it. Drag it over. Duplicate it again. To the downside here. I mean, it's raining money, so it's, yeah, just, yeah, this looks super nice. Let's just watch this with the camera on. Yeah, this is so insane. And if I drop the resolution to half, you can see. I just love After Effects because this is just 2D images and it all looks like 3D and it looks super advanced. and we just did this in, you know, less than 10 minutes. I'm gonna add in some snow. Just put that on top, make it 3D, rotate it, you know, just like that. Scale it up, like that, and hit P and just drag it, you know, forward in 3D space. I mean, it's nice to have it in between the dollars. So this is nice. Make it a screen so that it, you know, the black is gone. Nice. So I'm gonna add some grain as well. And this is my favorite part because it makes the whole image, you know, look super more advanced than what it really is. Drag in the grain, make it a 3D layer, make it, you know, rotate it 90 degrees, scale it up, and I actually like to have the grain pretty close to the camera. So I'm gonna keep it actually here, maybe, and make that an overlay, just like that. And you can always adjust the strength of the grain, like this. So, I mean, 30, 38 does it. I think it's time to add the camera motion. We can just hit P and, you know, try to find the right angle. If your computer runs slow, you can actually just drop the quality to 30. It doesn't really matter now because we're just gonna see the, you know, the framing. I haven't really decided if I want to go up and down, you know, left to right, but I think left to right is more, you know, looks cooler in my opinion, for sure. So let's start here, then move all the way to the end, and, you know, make a camera movement, just like this. Nice. Let's play it back. This looks super sick. What we also can do to make it look more advanced is to go to the point of interest, hold down the option button and click the stopwatch. And you can actually type in wiggle and make that 1.40, which is nice. Let's play that back. Now we have some wiggle. Just adds to the whole thing, I think. Yeah, this looks so sick. So as the last thing that I like to do is to add some depth of field. Turn it back to full. So I'm just gonna add some camera blur, basically. I could, you know, make, you know, real blur with the camera effects and all of that, but that's, you know, just takes a lot of time. So I'm just gonna do it the simple way. I'm gonna start with the background, drop the camera lens blur on there, and, you know, probably make it, you know, 3 is nice. And duplicate that and add it to the money. So it's all about, you know, finding the right layer. This one should have, you know, a pretty good strength to it. 6 is probably nice. This is for the background, so 3 is actually nice. 3. Yeah, nice. And this one can be, you know, 6 as well. I want to have these sharp, actually, the ones in the middle, because, you know, the focus is on me, so it looks better that way. I'm actually just gonna, yeah, just add the mask to this, because it gets in the way, you know. So the last thing I'm gonna do is to add some patches to my vest, or yeah, so I'm gonna actually add the smiley patch, drag that in, and make it 3D, just like that. And let's see, and let's just scale it, you know, scale it like that, and, you know, I can just make sure that it is 0, just like that. I have to bring it forward, you just probably 1 pixel. I mean, I can add the patch anywhere. Probably just gonna make it, you know, it's gonna look nice here. And I wanna make it small. That's a fun little thing. And I'm gonna add volumetric color to it, just to, you know, tone it down just a tiny bit. Just like that, and saturation like that. Nice. And I'm gonna drag that all the way over, just like that. Now it looks like I have, you know, an actual patch on my vest. The last thing I'm gonna add is my my own LUT. We need some color on this, so I'm gonna go to adjustment layer and make, you know, add a LUT. I'm currently just calling this Hemlet. But yeah, so I'm gonna tone this down. I'm working on a new LUT pack. Hopefully it's coming out this year. I want it to be really good, so it takes time, but yeah, I'm getting there slowly. Yeah, this looks super sick. I'm just gonna add another adjustment layer and add some curves to it. Curves, because right now it's a little too bright, you know, in the highlights. I want to tone it down, just like that. Nice. This is without the LUT and with the LUT. Okay, let's watch this one last time. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you had a fun time, please give this video a thumbs up. I just want to take a moment to give a huge shout out to my Patreons, especially my VIP Patreons that support me with $20 a month. I just did a live stream where I show how I edit recaps, and it's a 2-hour live stream. It's up on my Patreon, and you can watch that if you are into like editing festival videos. I show you how I do the sound, the color grade, the editing, everything from scratch. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things there. Check it out in the link in the description, or don't check it out. I mean, yeah. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna, you know, just stop this video right now.